but let's have a look at Venus retrograde. This is our lovely model who is very used to being looked at, but nah, she's done with it. No paparazzi. Like Leo is a sun-ruled sign. It likes to be visible, but during Venus retrograde in Leo, that all gets like flipped on its head. The principles of Venus around beauty, harmony, attraction, the aesthetics and pleasure, just like you start questioning it. Like, why am I being adored? Am I more than just a pretty face? Like, you know, is the depth there? Like the sun is very, you know, in a way can be like very like what's visible, what can be seen. It's about like appearance in a way. And perhaps for this young model here, she's done with it. She wants to go off and study philosophy or rescue ocelots or something like, you know, that's a little bit more substantial.
Repurposed leather going by her outfit. So Venus in retrograde in Leo it's the shiny things lose their sparkle. Now, you said something before, which I think that as astrologers, we should bring into vogue, which is when things are retrograde, they're on holiday. I really like that because they're not, they're kind of there. You're still there, but you're not performing in the way that you're used to performing. So with this Venus retrograde in Leo is going to be very interesting. And keep your receipts. I said to Kim earlier, between Saturn in Pisces, because Pisces loves beautiful things, and then Venus retrograde in Leo, and then all of the action happening in Taurus, there's not really too many limits to us wanting to indulge in some way or another in some areas of your chart. Venus retrograde in Leo, keep your receipts. Whatever you purchase, I guarantee that you will not be enamored by it when Venus goes back past the point at which it goes retrograde. And definitely take care about the center stage kind of thing. If you are working with people who are always pushing you out of the way and taking center stage, or is it you that is doing that? If it could be at home, it could be with siblings, but there's definitely an area of your life where the drama will hit hard, and just make sure that it's not you that's feeling all of the scenes.
Yeah, I think doing permanent things during a retrograde, because, you know, if you take the holiday analogy, and, you know, I'm loving it more now that you love it. So, like, you know, you go to a place and like living in the place is different from holidaying in the place. And like once you live there, it's no longer paradise. You've still got to take the rubbish out. And that's not glamorous. So with Venus retrograde in Leo, there's this thing about color, and like, you know, because color is like visual stimulus in Leo, ruled by the sun, and that idea of expressing. Like if you buy like a new couch and you decide to go for hot pink during Venus retrograde, as you said, Sandra, like by September, you're going to be going, oh my God, what did I do? This was meant to be my couch for the next 10 years. And like, it's too permanent. Likewise, chopping all your hair off or impulsively resizing your boobs in Venus retrograde. If you didn't have the idea well before Venus was retrograde, don't do it. Put it off until afterwards. You don't want to do permanent things, like flirt with the idea, by all means, make a mood board, but yeah, think about it a little bit longer. I also think people might like withdraw from their usual ways of play and creativity. You might not be as attracted to your usual color palette. And, you know, while that seems like, oh, you know, aesthetics, like aesthetics have consequences for how we look, how we brand our businesses, how we decorate our homes. And, you know, you might, I don't know, decide that you want fake grass everywhere. And then, you know, down the track, like in summer, it's hot as hell. Like aesthetics matter. So, yeah. And also, obviously, Venus is a relationship planet. So, you know, being put on a pedestal might not be as all it's cracked up to be.
And the old bounce back into your life exes. Every single Venus retrograde, they'll pop up in your news feed as a suggested friend, or you will find yourself longingly thinking about the wonderful relationship that you had with them that was probably not real. But yeah, just be aware that those kind of things happen. And Venus is about bringing things together, and Leo is very much about one person being in the spotlight. So it's an interesting mix of going back over what brings us joy and keeping those receipts.
Yeah, keep the receipts all year. Here are the dates of Venus retrograde. Now, I have marked the shadow zones, but don't get too paranoid about these. But just know that, you know, around June, your Venus in Leo story will start, and it's usually Venus goes through a sign in 3 weeks. You can see that there, what's this? This is 3 months. It's a long time until Venus gets into Virgo. So you'll really be drilling down into the your relationship.
But don't cut a fringe.
Don't cut a fringe.
Don't cut a fringe.
Oh, and go the curtain. There's happy mediums. There's ways that just get the hot pink cushions. You know, there's halfway that you can do. Yeah, but it's a long time to be. You know, are you enjoying the Leo sector of your chart? So whatever house that is for you, do I like this? Do I love it? Am I getting what I need from it? And what I want. Venus is about desire. So yeah, she's important in that way. Thanks for watching this excerpt of the 2023 Astrological Forecast. Here are the contact details for Kim and Sandra if you'd like to get in touch.